Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 NFL Recap Week 6, where I, Nikki D, go over all 14 games we had in the NFL. I tell you who won, I tell you who lost. We did have 4 teams this week that had a bye, and that was the 5-0 Kansas City Chiefs. We had the 1-4 LA Rams, the 2-3 Miami Dolphins, and the 5-0 Minnesota Vikings all had the week off. Other than that, don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day, and without further ado, let's get to. In our first game on the 2024 Week 6 NFL Recap, we had Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers going on the road into Westfield to take on the Seattle Seahawks, and Brock Purdy and George Kittle got the offense going. They showed us why we need to believe in this Niners team. Brock Purdy, 3 touchdown passes. Thursday Night Football belonged to the Niners as they beat the Seattle Seahawks 36-24. And in our next matchup, we had the 1-4 Jacksonville Jaguars going on the road into Soldier Field to take on Caleb Williams and the 3-2 Chicago Bears. And we kicked Sunday Football off with this matchup, and Caleb Williams put on a show this week, and the Chicago Bears really showed us that they can win games against teams that they're supposed to beat, Jacksonville being one of those teams. The Jaguars did put up some points though, but ultimately the Chicago Bears 35-16, they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. And in our next matchup, we had Kyler Murray and the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals going on the road into Lambeau to take on the 3-2 Green Bay Packers. And Green Bay out here actually winning games. This is another game that Green Bay should have won. They did win. The Packers did improve to 4-2 on the season, as they could be a team that could give a lot of people problems in the playoffs, especially defensively. Arizona's Kyler Murray couldn't do much in this matchup as Green Bay beats down Arizona 34-13. And in our next matchup, this is where we took our first of 3 L's on the week, as we had the 2-3 Indianapolis Colts going on the road into Nashville to take on the 1-3 Tennessee Titans. I thought Indianapolis was really losing a lot of momentum from last week. Apparently not. The Colts are proving that they could go on the road and win games, and that's going to be really important getting down the stretch in the season. But for now, the Colts get back to 500 and beat the Tennessee Titans 20-17. And up next on the 2024 Week 6 NFL Recap, we had C.J. Stroud and the 4-1 Houston Texans going on the road into Foxborough to take on the debuting Drake May and the 1-4 New England Patriots. And I will admit, both the quarterbacks really balled out in this game. C.J. Stroud, 3 touchdown passes. Drake May, 3 touchdown passes. And honestly, the 2 interceptions by Drake May really hurt New England in this matchup, but Houston still dominated for this entire game as the Texans beat the Patriots 41-21. And in our next matchup, second of my 3rd L's on the week, we had the 3-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road into the Bayou to take on the 2-3 New Orleans Saints. And where was the Saints defense this week? First and foremost, Tampa Bay dropping 50 points on the road into New Orleans, and the Saints really didn't have much answer offensively, and that's why Tampa Bay walking out with a big game win, 51-27. They beat the Saints. In our next matchup, we had the 1-4 Cleveland Browns going on the road into the city of brotherly love to take on the 2-2 Philadelphia Eagles. And honestly, this game was a lot closer than I expected. I thought Jalen Hurts would come out and absolutely steal the show here. You're facing a Cleveland Browns defense. I mean, come on. But Philadelphia still finding a way to win close games, which they have not been bad at this season, and this is a perfect example why the Eagles beat the Browns 20-16. And in our next matchup, we had Jalen Daniels and the 4-1 Washington Commanders going on the road to M&T Bank Stadium to take on Travis Henry and the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens. And this was Lamar's team. Now, this is Derrick Henry's team. Derrick Henry having a phenomenal season in Baltimore this year. And the Ravens' running game is probably the best running game in all of the NFL right now. And the Jalen Daniels did what he could to put up points and keep the Commanders in this game. I mean, it was a close game, but the Baltimore Ravens 30-23. They beat the Washington Commanders. And up next on the 2024 NFL Week 6 recap, we had Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers going on the road in the Mile High Stadium to take on the Denver Broncos. And honestly, the Chargers played well in this game, offensively and defensively. Denver really wasn't able to put up as many points as they wanted to, and it really was a close game throughout. But the LA Chargers go on the road and beat the Denver Broncos 23-16. And in our next matchup, we had the 3-2 Pittsburgh Steelers going on the road to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And you should have seen this coming. The Raiders' defense is not great. Justin Fields came out and had a game, why don't you? Pittsburgh putting themselves in playoff conversation with a win like this as the Steelers go in, get the job done. And defensively, definitely. TJ Watt, a big force in that big front seven for the Steelers, and another reason why the Raiders really couldn't get much going in this game as the Steelers beat the Raiders 32-13. And in our next matchup, we had the 3-1 Detroit Lions going on the road into Arlington to take on the Dallas Cowboys. And oh my goodness, was this a beatdown. This was one of my losses, my last loss on this week's show, but I did not expect this kind of beatdown. The Detroit Lions came out and played like the Dallas Cowboys owed them money. Like, the Lions were really next level on their offense and their defense. The Dallas Cowboys only got 3 field goals, one in the first, one in the second, and one in the third quarter, respectfully. But it was all Detroit in this matchup. There was no let up off the gas pedal until really the fourth quarter, and a dominating performance by the Detroit Lions. They put the beat down on the Dallas Cowboys 47-9. And up next on the 2024 NFL Week 6 recap, we had the 3-2 Atlanta Falcons going on the road at Bank of America Stadium to take on the Carolina Panthers. And just as I expected, Atlanta going on the road, putting the beat down on that Panther defense, and Atlanta is looking really good as an NFC playoff team this year. They're 4-2 now after going into Bank of America Stadium, and the Falcons beat down the Panthers 38-20. And in our next matchup, we had Sunday Night Football as Joe Burrow and the 1-4 Cincinnati Bengals went on the road to East Rutherford to take on the 2-3 New York Giants. And Cincinnati just came out defensively. Kudos to the Bengals defense. They held the G-men to only 7 points in this entire game. And Joe Burrow coming out here and just winning the game for the Bengals, especially in the fourth quarter as they pulled ahead 17-7. And that was the final. The Cincinnati Bengals beat the New York Giants 17-7. And Monday Night Football, we had Josh Allen and the 3-2 Buffalo Bills going on the road into MetLife Stadium to take on Aaron Rodgers and the 2-3 New York Jets. And this was a lot closer than I expected. Honestly, I thought Buffalo's defense would do a good job of keeping Aaron Rodgers in check, and Josh Allen would come out and check the other boxes on offense for Buffalo. But this game was 20-20 in the third. Buffalo does hit a field goal to go ahead and win this game as the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football beat the New York Jets 23-20. And that was the 2024 NFL Recap Week 6, where I, Nicky D, broke down all 14 games in Week 6. I told you who won. I told you who lost. And don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. What was your favorite game of the week? Let me know that too down in the comment section below, as I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all of y'all amazing people next time. Bye, y'all.